Yo, laughing man. Your question was for if I made a membership, right? For so you could do personal contacts? Wasn't that your question? I think I thought I answered that last time. I said that, I'll see what I could do with creating a membership and putting my information on it so we can, contact, right? Or I don't get it. I don't know. Because if you want my email. I haven't. My email is on my page. So I don't. I was thinking about. I thought you meant. I don't know. Personal phone number or something. All right, guys. What's up, everyone? What's up? Hope everyone has had a good Monday. Right, a good start to your week. Uh, I don't get that. All right, guys. All right. I have a bunch of videos. I think will be fun to react to. So hopefully you guys like it as well. Hopefully you guys like it. Thank you guys for checking out my other videos. It's uh amazing that you guys are supporting me. I love it. Thank you very much. Thank you for all the love and support. You guys are amazing. All right, let's get started. Let's get started with some reactions. All right, let's get the ball rolling. All right, so let's check out this clip first.
I don't care what nobody say. I think that men benefit in marriages more than women, because like men be talking about, oh, I don't want to get married because a woman gonna take half, but most of y'all don't even really have like half to take. Like most of y'all are average. Like y'all are not the super wealthy. Y'all are not the one percenters. Like y'all don't be giving chicks no lavish lifestyle, and y'all don't understand that like our grandmothers fell in line and did what men had to say because they needed men for survival. You know what I'm saying? Like these chicks, our grandmothers didn't have nowhere to go if they didn't have a man. Like nowadays, men be wanting a woman to contribute to the household financially and give them a bunch of unpaid labor. Like y'all be wanting a woman to help with bills, and like y'all be like, oh, but it's just cooking, it's just cleaning. Who wants to be somebody free chef and maid and raise kids? Like single women have the easiest life. All they gotta do is worry about themselves. They can eat pizza rolls every day. They could get somebody to take them on a date every day. Like if you have a man, that is so much unpaid labor. Like, and y'all just be thinking that's what you supposed to do. Like you pay a chef, you pay a maid, but y'all are so ungrateful to the women that y'all date. Like they doing that for y'all for free. Like I don't care. Men benefit more in marriages than women. I don't care.
Now I'll say this, okay? Statistically, men benefit from marriage. Okay, but I honestly believe that in reality, men benefit from good long term relationships with good women. Men benefit that. Yes, I agree that men benefit from long term, good relationships with good women. Just men have a better state of mind when they have someone. Okay. Now, I believe if I remember right, statistically, women also fare better in relationships with in healthy, good long term relationships, just as much as men. Um, so this is something that I think is ridiculous. I never disagree that yes, again, men benefit from a relationship. I just think those studies are kind of skewed because they compare men in marriage with men not married, right? Not married at all, not in a relationship at all. Okay, so single men, married men. So yeah, that's why in my honest opinion, those studies are kind of skewed. You're not comparing, men in marriages with men in long-term committed good relationships. You're not. So because really, a man in a relationship gets just as much from he gets the same thing in a relationship that he gets in a marriage. There's nothing really different. No one has ever said anything actually different that he would get in a marriage that he wouldn't get in a relationship, a good long-term relationship. Um, and I find women absolutely ridiculous. Okay. Well, let's break this thing down.
When nobody say, I think that men benefit in marriages more than women, because like men be talking about, oh, I don't want to get married because a woman gonna take half, but most of y'all don't.
Here's the thing where I find women really funny that you say the men don't have much to take, yet you don't mind putting the responsibility of men to pay for dates, right? To pay for pretty much everything on his shoulders. You said men don't have anything. Yet why do women constantly, okay? Put the burden of resources onto men. I really don't understand, right? You say that men don't have anything, yet you still push men to pay for things. I don't get it. Do men not have anything, or do men have something where you can take? Women don't have a problem with taking whatever little a man has. That's the thing. That's also the thing that a lot of people don't talk about. Women don't have a problem with taking even if he has a little bit, she would still take it.
Even really have like have to take. Like most of y'all are average. Like y'all are not the super wealthy. Y'all are not the one percenters. Like y'all don't be giving chicks no lavish lifestyle. And y'all don't understand that like our grandmothers fell in line and did what men had to say because they needed men for survival. You know what I'm saying? Like these chicks, our grandmothers didn't have nowhere to go if they didn't have a man. Like nowadays, men be wanting a woman to contribute to the household financially and give them a bunch of unpaid labor. Like y'all,
I find women kind of funny in a sense where unpaid labor, right? And she said it too, like, okay, if you're single, you worry about yourself. Okay, I get it. But you make it seem like if you're single, you don't have to cook and clean. Yes, you cook and clean for yourself, but you make it seem like you are the burden of labor is drastically increased. It usually isn't, right? Recovering simp, what's up? They'll say they're strong, independent, and in the same breath, they say they won't deal with a guy that doesn't fund their lifestyle. Yes, I agree with that. Definitely agree with that.
we want a woman to help with bills. And like y'all be like, oh, but it's
Help with bill. This is a thing where, and I've said this before, right? We are all average. I've said this before. We are all average. The best type of relationship for average people is 50-50, where you both share in the bill, right? You both contribute. This is the thing where she just said, oh, if single women did care about themselves, again, help with the bills. So you are contributing your half. It's like, what are you talking about? You're contributing your half. Now, I believe, like I said, I believe 50-50 is the best uh type of relationship for most average people. Why? Because you both contribute equally to the finances. You both contribute equally to domestic work. You both contribute equally to childcare if you have a child. You you contribute as equally as possible. No one is forcing women, right, to get with men that don't know how to take care of themselves. That, when this is the thing where I find it a little bit weird. Are women getting with men that live in their mother's household, or are they getting with men that have lived on their own? So you saying that now these men don't take care of themselves when they were taking care of themselves before? Or this is why I find a lot of women really shitty at vetting, right? They're shitty at vetting. How about know how that man lives? Have you never been to his house? Have you never seen him take care of himself?
Just cooking, it's just cleaning. Who wants to be somebody free chef and maid and raise kids? Like, single women have the easiest life. All they gotta do is worry about themselves.
And you know what? This fine. This is the thing where I said this before. I've been I've been a big promoter of or supporter of for women to just stay single. Right? If you're so adamant, you hate men so much. Great. Decenter men, right? Stop interacting with men. Don't date men. Don't be around men. Don't talk with men. Just be by yourself. In today's day and age, in 2025, nobody is forcing women to be with men. Nobody. Right? I really wish more women would literally just either turn lesbian or just decenter men completely. Stop dealing with men. Please. Please. I swear to God, these women that talk so much about men, yet they themselves would not stop interacting with men. They themselves would not stop dating men. Just stop. Stop. No one is forcing you. Yet you continue to date men and then complain about said men. I know plenty of men, particularly in my chat, plenty of men live on their own. Plenty of men take care of their own shit. No woman is like cooking and cleaning for them. They're taking care of their own shit. So this complaint is like, honestly, you're projecting. It's because you choose poorly. Now you put that trauma onto all men.
They could eat pizza rolls every day. They could get somebody to take them on a date every day. Like,
they can get someone to take them on a date every day, so you're still dealing with men. I mean, this is a thing where, men don't, this is a thing where you don't have to, you can continue to do casual dating with men. I don't know. Do men force women into serious relationships? I'm pretty sure a lot of men would gladly just stick with casual dating with women. And pizza roll, you make it seem like men are very habitual. I mean, like men can eat crap, right? It's like men don't always eat like. I don't think men are desiring like lavish food or anything like that. I'm very habitual, so I don't know. I think this is stupid.
like, if you have a man, that is so much unpaid labor. Like, and y'all just be thinking that's what you supposed to do. Like, you pay a chef, you pay a maid, but y'all are so ungrateful to the women that y'all date. Like, they doing that for y'all for free. Like, I don't care. Men benefit more in marriages than women.
Then don't get married. I find women a headache. Okay, I really do. You men have it's such a benefit for men, yet it's women consistently complaining. Uh, Men don't commit. Pick a side, right? Do you want men to commit, or do you want casual dating? Really pick a side. Honestly, it's like it is women that is absolutely annoying, right? It's women that's absolutely annoying. What do you want? Do you want casual dating or do you want commitment? I really find it hard because if women wanted casual dating, women can easily find their top tier guys, right? The top tier men love casual dating, and it kind of solves their problem, right? A lot of women are desiring top tier men. Well, if you desire top tier men and you are fine with casual dating, why do you not stick with casual dating? It's beyond me. Now, women like this are absolutely just, I find it just really idiotic. Just stick with casual dating. I don't know. What do you guys think? Now, I thought this was an interesting story, so I wanted to react to this one.
So yes, I am pregnant. Pregnant with my 6th child. This is gonna be my 4th baby daddy. Yes. It's true. It's true. Yes, I am homeless. I'm homeless. I'm living out of my car. I'm living out of hotels. I'm living from pillar to post. Okay. I have no job. Yes, I have no job. Okay. We listen and we don't judge. I have no job. I'm 35 years old, living out of my car, pregnant, not with the baby daddy, by myself. Could life get any worse? Possibly. I mean, I could step out tomorrow and get hit by a car. And then we're in the hospital. Shit, that would not be good. So the next time somebody comes to my comments asking me questions, refer back to this video. Yes, I know I'm old as okay? Got a hell of a lot of kids. I'm homeless. And I'm broke. But guess what? I'm still alive and I'm living and I'm grateful and I can see and I can hear and I can smell and I can enjoy my babies. And I'm living and I'm healthy. I have my health. So yes, it's hard. My life's a mess. But the great thing about being at the bottom is the only way is up, huh? So yes.
Yes. Men benefit from marriage. Let's say this, right? If men don't decide to, if you know, if like all marriages are gone, right? Marriages are gone. She's homeless. Pay for all those tattoos. You wonder why she's homeless, right? Poor use of money. You wonder why. You don't understand why marriage, right? It's a sense of holding men accountable. This is the thing. I believe, in my honest opinion, if men didn't care about duty and responsibility, men wouldn't care about marriage. If men can get a woman to be with him without marriage, without that level of commitment, he would. Men don't mind creating baby mamas. Men don't mind it, right? You don't understand where marriage is the next level of accountability, because now you're bringing the court into it, make it stronger, right? Now the court is definitely on you to hold men accountable. Now, if you believe men benefit from marriage, stop it, right? Men wouldn't mind. Men wouldn't mind just making a bunch of baby mamas, right? Just don't need to marry them, right? Don't need to marry them. Just make baby mamas. Spreading their seeds. Because here's the thing. If she was married, okay, now she would have another layer of protection. Because thanks to the courts. Not just child support, but the courts would also hold, the husband responsible. It's just another layer to hold men accountable. But hey, women, you don't have to get married. And yet you think that marriage mainly predominantly benefits men. Cool. I don't push. You know what? This is the thing. More and more men nowadays, right? More and more men nowadays are trying to steer people away from marriage, right? You think men are desiring it? They're not. So go for it. I hope more women don't require marriage from men, because then you will see the results of it.
Pregnant with my 6th child. This is gonna be my 4th baby daddy. Yes.
And this is a thing where, why does it benefit women? Why would marriage benefit women? Because here's the thing: if a man would take the risk of marrying you, right? Take the risk of marrying you. Hopefully, you know him well, right? Hopefully, he knows you well. Hopefully, you both know each other well, where, you know what? I will take this level of commitment. That's another layer of, we hope, right? If you are going to step into the realm of marriage, hopefully you know the person pretty well. Hopefully this is the person that you want to put your future in. But when you take that away, guess what you do, right? You skip steps. So you barely know the person. Like 4 baby daddies, right? 4 baby daddies, 5 kids. Most likely, none of them she married. So this is the thing where men don't mind, right? The Pookies do not mind, right? Shooting up the club and not marrying you. They don't mind. I find shit like this really idiotic, where a lot of women are a danger to other women. It is logical to say marry before you carry, because it's a protection barrier. Okay? The man has to be serious with you. Hopefully, I mean, again, this is all best case scenario. There's no guarantee, but these are, you're putting as many layers as possible, right? As many layer of protection as possible, so the worst case scenario won't happen. But it's to help, okay? But no, you want to just take things into your own, take the risk of yourself. Okay, this is what you're getting. There's a whole bunch of baby mamas, whole bunch of broken homes.
Yes, it's true. Yes, I am homeless. I'm homeless. I'm living out of my car. I'm living out of hotels. I'm living from pillar to post. Okay.
This is a stupidity, right? This is a stupidity where I'm gonna say why do you think a lot of men hold single mothers, baby mamas accountable? Because the stupidity. You don't even have the stability to take care of your kids, and yet you want to make another kid. Right? You don't have the stability. You're not even a productive adult, and you are stupid enough to have another kid. It's like absolutely ridiculous. And you gotta think, right? You gotta think why people say marry before you carry as well. Because again, if a man would want to marry you, hopefully, okay, best case scenario, he actually wants to commit to you. He's actually serious for you. Because honestly, I think a lot of men don't see big enough of a risk when it comes to kids. They see, I don't know why. I mean, I don't know. I guess it's more serious, but men see that the steps with marriage is, too much of a responsibility. Well, if they do, then you got to see that, what? This man isn't serious. So a man that actually want to marry you, most likely, right? He is serious. He is serious about you.
I have no job. Yes, I have no.
Oh, and look at all the fucking tattoos on her. It's quite typical where this is the life that she, the outcome of her life.
Job, okay? We listen and we don't judge. I have no job. I'm 35 years old, living out of my car, pregnant, not with the baby daddy, by myself. Could life get...
And a young baby right there too. Absolutely unbelievable. Spacious! Awesome from Team AJ. That guy's awesome, right? Awesome guy.
Any worse? Possibly. I mean, I could step out tomorrow and get hit by a car. And then we're in the hospital. Shit, that would not be good. So the next time somebody comes to my comments asking me questions, refer back to this video. Yes, I know I'm old as okay? Got a hell of a lot of kids. I'm homeless. And I'm broke. But guess what? I'm still alive and I'm living and I'm grateful, and I can see and I can hear and I can smell and I can enjoy my babies. And I'm living and I'm healthy. I have my health. So yes, it's hard. My life's a mess. But the great thing about being at the bottom is the only way is up, huh? He took my kids from me. You guys literally keep asking me, where's your baby daddies? Why are your baby daddies not helping you? How could you be going through this? You have all these baby daddies and they're not helping you. Okay, so let me break it down, okay? My first baby daddy, which was my husband, cheated on me throughout our whole relationship.
Okay, she did get married. Okay. Cool. Well, then like you. This is the thing where I don't understand why women are picking such shitty men. I really don't. Live in a van, but got knock off Gucci. Red flag much. Exactly.
I got the balls and I cheated on him back. We got married.
See, this is the thing where we don't talk about this enough, okay? We don't talk about this enough. Toxic people attract toxic people, okay? We don't talk about this enough. You are the type of person who has the propensity to cheat, to do immoral things. So it's not surprising that you attract and you're attracted to immoral men, right? You got married to, honestly, a dirtbag, a man that gave you a child, married you, and cheated on you. And to not be a better person, right, and just leave him, you cheated on him too. It's because you are the same type of person.
There was more infidelity, blah, blah, blah. We broke up. Mind you, I always had the kids. Always. Hi, baby. I always had the kids. But once we broke up the last time, he got with this chick. And she helped him devise a plan to take my children away from me. It was the most hardest thing. I don't think I've ever recovered from that, honestly, truly. But yeah, that's what happened with that. By the way, he's married to the lady now, and him and I were just fucking around like 4 months ago. Yes, I know.
You know, I find this funny. I really find this funny. Like, you know, in social media, you don't see the Pookies, right? The Pookies don't talk about women. The Pookies, the players, the bad boys, the Chads, they don't talk about women. Why? Because they're winning, right? They are shitty men, yet women want these shitty men. This is also the thing where I'm saying this. You can never hold bad men accountable. You can never. Why? Okay? I mean, the law would hold bad men accountable, right? People would hold bad men accountable, but why can't you really hold them accountable? Because at the end of the day, okay, here's the man, married her, got a kid with her, cheated on her, married another woman, still getting ass from her, right? Still getting coochie from her. And he has a woman at home getting coochie from too. That's why you can't hold bad men accountable, because no matter what bad these men do, women will bail them out. Women will still be there. So even, let's say, how can people, like let's say this, right? Hypothetically, me as a man telling this man, don't do this shit, right? You can't be doing this. This is immoral. This is terrible. This is a bad reflection on you. You're not, what? Your life won't be good. This is not how you treat women. All this shit, right? All this, you know, all this nice guy bullshit. And then this woman gives him coochie while he's with another woman, married to another woman. She gives him coochie. He could go back home and get coochie from his wife. Me, as a man who's single, trying to hold this man accountable, right? Trying to, you know, preach to this fucking man. And that man is like, he's having sex with a bunch of women. Why would he even care? Why would he even care what I say? This is why you can't really hold bad men accountable. Now, yes, the law can hold if you do bad things. Yes, the law will, but generally, this is why others don't hold bad men accountable. Because at the end of the day, it won't change when women still love these bad fucking men. Busta! Miss you, my brother.
What you're thinking, Liv, how could you do that? I was in desperation mode. I just wanted my kids back, and I thought fucking with the man who did me the worst in my life was the best way to do that. It was stupid, it was dumb, because now he's cut me off again since the wife found out. And it's just a big mess. But anyway, I don't want him. Like I said, it was just solely about getting my kids back in my home. And that's why I thought that was a good idea to do. And yeah, and by the way, he was given my kids, he was given primary custodial with no proof of drug use. So don't come in my comments being like, oh, well, you must. No, I wasn't on drugs. I had my own place. I was doing very well for myself at the time. I just didn't have a lawyer, so the judge gave him my kids. So ladies, be careful, because it could happen, okay? It could happen. It happened to me. Okay, so baby daddy number 2. He was like a clout chaser. I met him and he like grabbed, like when I met him, he found out that I was somebody on YouTube, because I have a big YouTube following, you guys. That's where I come from. He found that out and he pretty much clout chased off of me, used me for that. Anyway, along all of the mess, because he tried to drag me and he tried to go on there and expose me, and it was a big fucking mess, okay? During that big mess, I ended up pregnant with my son, Angelo, and I love him to pieces, and I'm so happy that I have him. But anyway, that was a mess. And guess what, girls? He ended up with a 65-year-old subscriber of mine. Okay, now baby daddy number 3. I love him. He's her dad. He has always helped me. He's not in her life because he has a whole different life than me. We met, we fell in love, and we had my baby. It was short-lived, but he's still around. He still helps as much as he can. And yeah, but he doesn't give me drama. He doesn't give me problems.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking about it too. Spacious, right? Why didn't the court appointed you a lawyer? I thought that was weird. Because courts usually do that. I thought it was like, I don't.
He's the one that I get along with. So, shout out to him. Love you. But yeah, he's cool. Baby daddy number 4. Okay, so he's locked up. Locked up. They won't let him out. No, he is he's a bad person. But anyway, it was just one of them nights. The sea broke. The sea definitely broke. And I was, you know, I had precautions going on. I was not homeless at the time. Finding out that I was pregnant while I'm homeless is extremely crazy. But yeah, I was not homeless. People were like, how could you impregnate a homeless chick? I was not pregnant. I mean, I was not homeless at the time. And I found out I was pregnant a couple weeks ago, or a week or so ago, whatever. But anyway, he's in jail. So, yeah. I don't have the best pick in men. I already know that, especially, you know, any of them. But it is what it is. We live and we learn, and we try to teach our...
Do you live and you learn? You're 35. This is the thing with fucking... I've said this before. I'm sorry. Women do not gain wisdom with age. Women do not gain wisdom with age. How do you live and you learn? You're 35. 4 baby daddies. Right? 4 baby daddies, 5 kids. How have you lived and learned? It seems like you learn nothing. It seems like you learn nothing. Fine, honestly. This is why, right? This is why fathers, right, were part of the, you know, the husband choosing, right? Fathers, family chose a partner for you. Because honestly, the more we let women live their life, the more women just make fucking like their life really shitty. Their life really miserable. Honestly, the more I see it. So, absolutely ridiculous.
Our daughter's better, you know. But anyway, bye y'all.
Again, this is what I'm saying, where 4 pretty crappy men, right? Definitely not great fathers. How can you hold any of these men accountable when women would give their bodies to said men? Again, imagine you coming up to a man, a Pookie, right? You coming up to a Pookie, telling him you're preaching to a Pookie, right? Don't do this. Don't be like this to women, right? Don't mistreat women. Don't womanize. Don't this, don't do that, okay? You try to preach to a Pookie. And then you realize that that Pookie is having sex that night. You realize that that Pookie is going to have a date next day. You realize that that Pookie has a line of women wanting to be with him. What does you preaching do? Nothing. Nothing. You tell him don't do this to women, yet women don't mind, right? Women will complain about it, but women will still accept said men. So again, it means nothing. It defeats the purpose of trying to hold men accountable, bad men accountable. You can't. You can't do that. Because at the end of the day, women will still choose said bad men. What's up, guys? Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for joining. So why I preference that, right? Why did I preference that that video, right? Holding men accountable. In my honest opinion, good men do hold themselves and other good men accountable already. What's going on today, D8? Just got back from my little project. Ah, okay. Hope that project is going well. Hope it's going well, my brother. Why do I preference that? Because I wanted to react to this video that essentially it's holding men accountable. In my honest opinion, men already do it. Men in society already hold men accountable. Okay? Good men already hold themselves and the people around them accountable. Society already holds men accountable, right? The court system, law, whatever. It holds men accountable. If you're a loser, you are going to live the life of a loser. Plain and simple. But the problem is, it's not about holding men accountable. That's not the issue. Because good men will hold themselves accountable, plus society, the law, court, government holds men accountable. The issue is that it's about holding bad men accountable, which I said you can't. Right? So this video, she is what, Lucky Mayor, whatever. Videos talking about this. I wanted to check it out a little bit. I saw a little bit about it, so I wanted to just save it for a reaction video, you know. So let's check this one out.
They think that they're leaders, but you can't even lead yourself. You can't even keep the same word you have to yourself. You keep giving yourself excuses as to why you can't go to the gym, why you can't be this for this person, why you can't be this type of father, why you can't be this type of whatever it is. You want respect without responsibility? And I'm gonna just say, a man who has a problem with being said that you need to be a man of your word is typically not an accountable man, because to be a man of your word, that means you have to hold yourself to a standard when you don't keep your word, because you know, especially as a man, and it has always been said, a man is just as good as his word. So if you have a problem with keeping your word, we can just assume that you're not good. Hi, Pac-Man. He said your consistency is not going unrecognized. Thank you. Y'all know I'm your consistently.
No justifications. Ain't no, hey, baby, keep your fucking word. Why you saying you gonna do it then if you ain't gonna do it? Your babies ain't gonna eat tonight because you too much of a pussy? Huh? Your babies ain't gonna eat tonight because you too much of a coward? Your woman can't be protected. She can't trust that you gonna say what you mean and mean what you say?
Hold on real quick. Your woman can't, or your kids can't trust you to say what you mean and mean what you say. If you a man listening to this, this is just what y'all think. How many times can you count how many times have you disappointed somebody without keeping your word? And when you didn't keep your word and they say, hey, why did you volunteer that? It's just like having that father who faked coming around or just whatever. Well, you ever met a nigga who would voluntarily say some shit just to not keep what the fuck he voluntarily said? And then get mad at you for bringing up what he voluntarily said he was going to do. And then when you like, but why would you say it? Now you become the problem, because the problem ain't really you. The problem is the fact that how dare you look like accountability to me, where you holding me to the words that I said. Make sure y'all hit the like video. I like the video. Thank you guys. And I'm going to just say, any man who would hear this and get offended, you are not the person I'm talking to. I probably don't want you subscribed. And the thing about this is right now, and I feel like this was the interview for this man to say, oh, well, I'm not gonna clear this. Watch how he's a beta. And I just want to say, I am going to gloat, and I think us other women are going to gloat, and real men are gonna gloat at the fall of you beta male podcasters being exposed, because when
Yes, women love alphas, right? Women love alphas. They love alpha so much, right? Women love alphas, right? And then when that alpha what abuses you, too controlling, right? Too controlling. This is the BS that I hate, right? Women love alphas, right? They love alphas, right? They love the alpha man, and then go online to say, these men are controlling. I thought you love an alpha, right? I thought you love a man that takes control. It's fucking stupid. It's the stupid shit. Tiring. Right? Beta, alpha. Like, what the hell are you talking about?
a real man come, the same shit y'all preaching, y'all always want to say, oh yeah, but I'm the leader, I'm the dominant, I'm the top tier. Ever since Kevin Samuel passed away, and Kevin Samuel, such I know which one of y'all was not. But for some reason, when he passed away, y'all want to start blurring like, I'm a top tier man, I'm a top tier man, I'm a top tier man. Then when you get around other dominant men and real men, you tuck your fucking tail because you're not really a big dog. You more like a puppy. And women, we like big dogs. So when we looking at a podcast,
Oh, okay. You like big dogs, right? You like big dogs. Cool. Are you dating said big dogs? Are you dating them? This is a thing where no one, right? Nobody can force a woman to date a man they don't want. Okay? So are all these women dating big dogs? Are all these women dating big dogs? Because if they are, right, all these women are dating big dogs, right? We like big dogs. We don't like the puppies. Then why do all these women then come online and start complaining? And guess who they're complaining about? They're big dogs. All right? So, ain't that something? Ain't that interesting?
with your beta ass, and a man up there speaking that man shit, ain't worried about no woman. He's speaking that man shit to men, like men should be doing the same way they say women should speak to women. He's speaking that man shit. We see a beta who have no reason to be talking, trying to, I'm not gonna clear this. Why? Because you the type of nigga that needed a father, so you can't recognize authority. I see what's going on.
Fucking liar. You can't. Fuck is you talking about, bro? Why is we sitting there trying to act? This shit is easy. Be a fucking man.
Right.
Have honor. Stop being a.
Hey, Mike, you ate. He got a man bun. Of course he got mad. Not that man bun. Catching that straight.
A fucking liar. Don't act like you fear God, but you really fear man. Don't.
On the first of all, y'all know Lucky Paws over here. If you want to see the whole video, go to an accountable person you can't be an accountable person and still keep your word. It doesn't go hand in hand, because accountability is keeping the thing that you said you was going to do. Just like if you go to the gym, you said you was going to the gym 3 times this week, and you're going to say each time and act, no, he's pandering. He's trying to fuck. He's trying to fuck y'all. Well, y'all all trying to fuck, but no, that ain't what's the problem. That ain't the problem. And the problem is, it just seems as though it's so many beta-like men trying to rewrite history of what men is. And I love to see the other man that's like, no. That ain't what a man is. We not going to make excuse for female traits. And then to justify why you have female traits, you bring in a woman and say she do it. If you have to compare your behavior to a woman, look around. You're probably one of the bitch niggas people talk about. Just want to say that.
Act like you.
Yeah, I'm gonna just stop it because I'm not gonna sign off on this interview.
Look,
I'm gonna be honest.
Don't act like you.
Yeah, I'm gonna just stop it because I'm not gonna sign off on this interview. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not gonna sign off on that because the energy of the whole entire conversation, a lot of what you're saying is very valid, but I can't say that I agree with the.
You don't have to. What you say and what you do don't.
Wait, hold on. He said, I can't say I agree. What, does his tone make you quiver, you weak ass nigga? Does his tone, oh my God, he's just.
I find women funny. So I find it funny. Like, w- it's just that. So it's the hypocrisy. So now you don't. Now tone doesn't matter. That's the things where I find it stupid. Red Door, what's up?
But when it be women talking about the tone, oh, you just don't like my tone. But listen to what I'm saying. Chew the meat, spit out the bones. So you mean to tell me women are expected to be tougher? Tougher. We got men being excused by other men when this man is just saying your tone. What did he say though? What did he say though? If I've seen two niggas from the East Coast talk on a regular conversation, both of them niggas was yelling. I thought it was an argument. They was friends. And you talking about tone? Where you from? Where you from, sir? Talking about tone. Now, I'm in and I could have been on the cusp of late or whatever. I have not seen a male-dominated podcast only talk about how men need to be better men. I hear morally men saying how women need to be better women. And then sometimes you'll speak in topics that say men need to be better, but they'll quickly gloss over it and talk about, yeah, but it's like the fat bitch who don't want to lose weight or comparing her losing weight to if her man is, it's like.
As men. Now, there were other outside factors, but you know for a fact that men mostly fail. You claim to be the leaders, right? And then when you look at history, you can see that there was a lot.
This is the thing where I don't think, in my honest opinion, I don't think men necessarily claim to be leaders. Right? I don't necessarily think men claim to be leaders because honestly, being a leader is taxing. It's strenuous. In my honest opinion, that role is put onto men a lot of times. I honestly believe I more promote, right? For me, I don't necessarily promote leadership. I promote partnership. It is more, it's a more less taxing type of relationship, less taxing kind of dynamic. I promote partnership because again, I believe most women can't handle leadership men. Most men can't handle the power and responsibilities that come with leadership. So in my honest opinion, I've never promote, oh, be a leader. To be honest, it's tiring. Right, and it's a battle with because in all honesty, in modern day relationships, it is really hard. It is really hard to be a leader and dealing with women that honestly don't really want to be led but say they do. No, I don't think it's an easy thing.
Of black men that dropped the ball, whether that came to protection, whether that came to providing, whether that came to the overall war, right? Y'all don't want to talk about that. But then somehow women get.
Yeah, I mean, this is the thing where I think that's what I'm saying. Like, I think in a relationship kind of thing, it's better for partnership, right? I only believe in leadership when it comes to some form of relationship, and then with the addition of friends and family, I can see that. I can see that. But like I said, I mean, like, I don't think every man can handle the role of leadership. I think it's better partnership, right? I've said this before. I think partnership is better on average for average people. So very few women can handle leadership men. Very few men can handle the power of leadership.
Dragged into the goddamn conversation. Well, women. Well, it's two sides of the coin. Well, it's like, bro, men can't have a conversation without bringing women into it. This is why we can't get anything done, because when the conversation is about men, y'all can't let it just be about men. You have to find a way to bring a woman into, or talking about women in the conversation. If the conversation is about women, I never see you guys going up on them panels and saying, well, guess what? It's a lot of problems on our sides too as men, because you know for a fact that would be they would call you a simp and a panderer. Because y'all don't want to have conversations about how we failed as black men.
See, this is why I say this is shit like this is dishonest, right? Shit like this is dishonest. Do you know that literally I just showed you the video of a woman saying like four baby daddies, 5 kids. 4 baby daddy, 5 kids. Right? I believe 2 of the baby daddies are in prison. Like, seriously, What do you want men? This is the problem. Okay, I honestly believe the majority of men are good men. I honestly believe the majority of men are good men. Since they're good men, men hold themselves accountable. Right? Good men hold themselves accountable. The problem, I don't think women necessarily choose said good men. I don't think women necessarily choose good men. I think a lot of women choose bad men, and then these topics are built around women choosing bad men. And at the end of the day, I told you, you cannot hold bad men accountable. Why? Because at the end of the day, if women are constantly choosing the pookies, how can you hold said men accountable? Women constantly want him. Like, how can you hold the criminals, the thugs, the gangsters, the players, the bad boys, the chads, right, the pookies? How can you hold these men accountable when women constantly want to be with these men? None of these men are virgins. None of these men have problems with getting women. So you think good men are going to preach to these bad men, and you think the bad man is going to listen, going to change? Why the fuck would he? Why the hell would bad men change? What's the incentive of changing? Oh, you gonna get women? He's already fucking getting women. So what's gonna make him change? What's the incentive for these bad men to change? Nothing. Because women like this think those men are the alphas, right? Those men are the big dogs. So why would those fucking men change? They wouldn't change. Bad men won't change when they're getting pussy.
How black men failed overall. You can't claim leadership, but then not take accountability for the downfall. Now, another stupid thing that people...
Arc Knight, what's up? Oh shit, Busta, you had wife of 6 years, knows I have felonies, but she wouldn't have gotten with me if change wasn't in progress. Here's the thing, okay? Now, exceptions, right? Exceptions don't make the rule. I'll say that. But if a man finds the incentive, right? The incentive of finding a woman that he would love, right? A woman there. This is the thing. I believe, Busta, you found the incentive to change, right? You found the incentive to change. It is your wife. And that's amazing. But I wouldn't call it necessarily a bad guy. If these men, right? The pookies, the bad boys, the criminals or whatever, if they're in their mind, they are succeeding, there's no incentive to change. That's the thing. Now, a lot of these men, the only way they will change is they feel like, oh, life is shitty. I need to change. I need things to get better. That is the incentive, right? So life will hold men accountable. Life will hold men accountable. That's how it is. Like I said, if a woman doesn't want an incel, life is holding him accountable. He's getting no one. He's a virgin. He's going to stay a virgin. He's going to stay unwanted. Life is holding him accountable. No one wants him. That's how life holds men accountable. When no one wants you, the world views you as less than, as unimportant. That's how you hold men accountable. That is how life holds men accountable. You are treated like shit. You are viewed like less than. No one cares about you, right? You imagine this, right? Even for the most man-hating women, right? Most man-hating women, there's a man out there that will be with you. So she doesn't need to be held accountable because she's a man-hater, right? The world, look at that. I mean, what is it? There's this big ass man-hater on TikTok, Drew Duffalo. Okay, she has millions of followers and a fiance. Look at that, right? If you gotta think, bad people won't need to be held accountable when life is in their view, life is well, life is good. They don't see a problem. They don't see an incentive to change. So it's you got to understand that there has to be incentive. Right? There has to be a reason why people want to change.
like to say is, well, I didn't fail. I wasn't there. We're not talking about you individually. We're talking about as a collective. How we got to this point.
Let me say this. This black man talk about black men hate accountability. Talk about collective. Statistically, all right, there are more childless black men than there are childless black women, right? More black women have kids than black men. So this is why the pandering, right, comes into play. This is the pandering that comes into play. You wanna put the black man in accountability. Yet more black men don't have kids, are childless, than black women. This is why a lot of men see pandering, right? When you look at statistics, right? It seems like black men are holding themselves accountable, right? Looks like black men are holding themselves accountable. Majority of them. Again, majority of black men are childless. Majority of black men are childless. Majority of black women are not. So it seems like black men are holding themselves accountable. And this is where the pandering comes in. Because you don't look at statistics. You don't look at stats. You look at maybe what you see around you, and then blanket statement for the whole race or whatever, for the whole group. That is idiotic.
Black men dropped the ball. But nobody wants to hear that. But what y'all love to do is blame women for everything.
No. They're actually childless, right? I mean, that's by statistic. I kind of disagree with DA. There are women always in your life. If you have a good mother, heck, even Jeffrey Dahmer's mother still love him. Even he was a monster. I guess her. Well, again, I mean, the serial killers and stuff it's hard to understand the minds of these types of people, right? They're sick in a way. So
everything. And I don't understand that, bro. How we ever supposed to try to come together as brothers and have a conversation and really try to address the problems in the community, but all you want to do is just say the woman's the problem? Well, then don't claim to be a leader then. I thought a leader takes a leader takes accountability. Y'all don't want accountability. You just want to blame black women for any and everything. Well, it don't matter what it is. You will blame black women for everything.
I'll say this. Are black men claiming they're leaders? For the last, 50 years, black men haven't really been leading the black community, right? I mean, as controversial as that may seem, black men for the last 50 years in general hasn't been leading the black community. It has been black women. So really, have black men been claiming that they're the leaders? I don't think so.
So, off of what he's saying, right? And he's saying, oh, when y'all go on these panels, so he's talking about the podcast. And as a woman, I understood that the highlight of conversations today needed to be had in a different shift, because it was a lot of conversations had that only painted men in a certain light. So there was no balance. So then when there was an influx of podcast mics that came in and said, we're going to speak after the Kevin Samuels era, it seems as though most of the conversation was like, now we get to respond. Y'all was listening to Oprah. Y'all was listening to all these people. And to be honest, like I've yet to see somebody pull me up clips where Oprah was just talking about and shitting on black men to other black women. Most of her audience was white. But anyway, they're like, oh, you had Oprah. Y'all had all this stuff before us to shit on us. So it's our time, right, to have voices. And honestly, I think it is time where we should be highlighting behaviors that was ignored, right? I'm not going to say that. But is it possible that while coming in and those men who had real life gripes, but they still want to be with women, is it possible that when you open that door, you've also opened the door for other men who just never want to have accountability or actually have responsibility of being with a woman and having a family? Is it possible that that could be mixed in the same way you have hoes who are out here who take shit to the face, right? We went over that on podcasts talking about dating with the same woman who wouldn't do the same thing she do. So when you have two different people mixed into one conversation, we're going to just group it all together and say, oh, men don't like this. All men do. A lot of the conversation went into men saying a whole lot of shit that they're not living. And if you tell me otherwise, I'm going to have to ask you, how many times do you date men? So if you don't date men, I think you should shut the fuck up, respectfully. So with me, just in this podcast.
So why are you picking those men? Why are you picking those men?
World of male-dominated content, the amount of men that behind the scene or just say, oh, it's just for content, or I'm just going to keep this gender war bait going on. I'm going to get up here and yeah, we had conversations behind the scene, but I'm going to continue to purposely misinterpret what you're saying. I'm going to purposely do this because there is money in looking at us be very divisive and unaccountable on both ends. You'll say one point, a person be like, yeah, but when y'all do it, yeah, but when y'all, it's like we're already programmed that if you hear anything that puts a mirror up to your face, you got to defend it by putting it back on the other person. And I don't know if y'all ever been in a relationship like that with somebody who every time you bring up something or when you bring up an issue, they have to bring up what you're doing too. Where does it go? It goes no fucking where.
Do y'all not hear y'allself online on these panels? That's why I say accountability to black men is like water to a cat. You get to talking about black men, you get to freaking twitching and stuff like that because they can't handle. They talking about me. It's like, bro, have the conversation, man. Keep it real. Black men drop the ball in a lot of ways. Just keep it 100. Why y'all always want to talk about women? And to black
Ivan, what's up, my brother?
women, you gotta understand, bro. Stop explaining yourself. Stop trying to talk to them because they don't care. When you see a black man have a black woman in the background, stop going up there because they do not care. You are something that they're going to continuously talk about and shame every time. And they're going to use you for content. They're going to make an example out of you because black men don't care about black women as a collective. Yup, I said it. They don't care. They can claim all that leadership, provider, protector stuff. If they really were protectors, why won't they even protect y'all by what comes out their mouth? They won't do that. So where's this protection? They won't even protect you in these online panels. A dude will be dog walking y'all, cussing you out, calling you everything but a black woman. Yup, calling you everything but a black woman. And no man steps up to protect.
This is why I find it. See, at the end of the day, I mean, this is why I hate kind of certain things like this, where here you are having men hating on other men, okay? Just whatever. This is where I'm tired of this shit. Where I don't, and he probably just randomly talking about certain podcasts. It's kind of stupid, right? This is why I prefer to react to certain things because here's my example. It's like sometimes you're just talking out your ass. Where's your example? Where's this proof that you're talking about? But we have this is a thing where I find it because it's always okay that women can disrespect and talk shit about men. But when men do it, it is wrong, right? When men do it, it's wrong. Or when men have a voice against women, men, that's wrong, right? Men need to stop that. I find it just tiring. Shit like this, I find tiring. I find it really just so much pandering, in my opinion. There's a quote from Denzel Washington that have which I really like. Basically, he says, "A mother is a son's first love, and a son's first is a mother's true love." I just like that quote. Yeah. It's okay. It's all good. I don't know. I was just checking out this a little bit. I don't know. What do you guys think? I was just checking out that video and seeing it.
Finally.
All right, so on to the topic for tonight. Okay, I thought I collected a bunch of clips I thought was interesting, and some of them I've reacted to before, but I wanted to just collect the whole bunch just to give a good chunk of examples, right? This is why I like to react, because I have video proof, right? Video proof, straight from the mouth itself. Yo, Alvi, what's up, my brother? Thank you for being here. Yeah, so I always like doing this. I was like reacting, because here is the video proof. I'm not just making up shit, right? I'm not just saying whatever. So
somebody that feel the same way I do when it comes to dating with kids. Guys, as I always say, dating a man with kids versus dating a woman with kids it's apples and oranges. It is not the same thing. Yes, I do have a child. And I don't care. I prefer to not date a man with kids. Like, granted, I'm only coming into my situation with one. No, I do not have any baby daddy drama, whatever y'all want to call that. I don't have that. So I'm not coming to a situation with that. Dating a man with kids, guys, and especially after you've been a single mom, like, it's just something that you don't want to deal with. And people can say, well, it's biased. How can you say that? You got a child. If a man say that he don't want to date me because I have a kid, bon voyage. Like, I'm not going to argue with you. It's called preferences, okay? It's called preferences. I'm not going to get mad because you don't want to talk to me. It's going to be next caller. I'm not going to cry about that. A man with kids, like, the drama. Again, not saying that a woman can't have drama, because she can. But 9 times out of 10, y'all, in certain situations, it be the woman. And with me knowing the type of person that I am, if I did date a guy with kids, it's maybe only like 1 or 2 people I might would date with kids. But if I did date a guy with kids, like, I love kids, so I would be accepting of kids. Like, I treat everyone's kids the same way I would treat my baby. But some women take offense to that, you know, they don't want you to be loving around their child. They don't want you to treat their child as if they're one of yours. And you could just be meaning well, but it can cause the issue. You know what I'm saying? So I just rather not deal with that. Unless people can be mature adults. Still don't want to deal with that, though. Finally, somebody...
this is the start of it, right? The start of it. This is a thing where, yeah, I can see that now that I'm old. This is a thing where I said this before. Whatever preference you have, it is what it is, okay? But I would say this. I never care for the hypocrisy where there are plenty of men. I would say this. I would tell men not to date women with kids. I would say men without kids definitely do not date women with kids. Don't date single mothers. Right? It's a pain. It's a and there are so many drawbacks to it. So many. Right? One, it's she has no time for you. That's a big drawback. 2, well, shows you that she's terrible at picking men. She doesn't vet men well, right? She chose a man to give a child to that she couldn't be with for long term. Says a lot about her, right? Says a lot about what type of person she is. Where, you know, so that's something that a lot of, you know, that's a reason why, honestly, not worth it. I was a little while back, okay? I was this woman couldn't. I tried, right? Sometimes I mean, since I have kids, I try to date women with kids just to, I don't know. It's hopefully it's more easier. It's usually not. But I thought it was weird that she has 3 kids by 3 different men, and I was like, I had to question that, right? And just hearing it is like she has just poor judgment in people, and just like makes a lot of mistakes in life, and it's just like that makes it just tiring.
So I'm not a person that particularly likes to date people with kids, anyways. So issues.
Fair.
It's very fair. So people always say that to me, like, that's not fair because you have kids, right?
Come on.
But the way I counter that is, yes, I have kids, but I don't have that dynamic. You know what I mean? Like,
but I understand, but that's not fair.
it is
You
because
can't just X somebody
I'm
out.
telling you, I don't want to deal with you because of the drama.
One thing I will never understand is a single mother who says she refuses to date a man with kids. Like, how does that even make sense? Y'all come up with every reason in the world. Bitter baby mama drama. Don't want to be playing stepmommy. This, that, and the third. You didn't bring those kids into this world. You're not responsible for them. But in the same breath, you think that man is supposed to do that for you. And then if he doesn't want to do those things, if he doesn't want to accept you for the fact that you have children by multiple different men, he not a real man.
The guys that they don't want to date women with kids, either.
Yeah.
Because they feel
Now,
like,
what's
you
that
know,
reason?
well, I'm saying, but they feel like, why should I invest into that situation when
Yeah.
it's not
Mine.
my child?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I understand what you're saying.
That's
You're
not a
saying
man,
drama.
though.
Well, let me pick the insanity that says that's not a man. See, that's the hypocrisy people talk about. The gall, the audacity to say that's not a man because he doesn't want to invest into someone else's kids, right? And then have the nerve to say I wouldn't date a man with kids. Absolutely insane.
Yeah,
That's not a man.
Break it down for me.
Excuse me, but if we were to flip-flop the genders and use your logic against you, wouldn't you not be considered a real woman? You're doing too much. Asking for too much. You're unqualified. You're asking for something you can't even give yourself. Can we please stop with the double standards because it's getting ridiculous out here.
So
I haven't heard of that study. Is that true? I have to look it up. So Laughing Man said, have you heard about the study? Black women have more testosterone than any other women. That's crazy time for many reliable sources that did that study. Huh, I gotta check that out. I did not hear that study.
Okay, so I'm a single mom, and I've been a single mom since my son was 5 weeks old. And becoming a single mom at that, has changed my perspective on a lot of stuff, including guys with children, guys that are single with kids. And 9 times out of 10, I would never date a guy with kids. And I have a kid. Let me explain why. So the way my mind thinks of it now is that there are some women out there that are choosing to be single moms. There are some women out there that, you know, are shitty moms. There are some moms out there that did their partners dirty and, you know, the split was because of them. That's very much so possible. However, most moms are not choosing to be single moms. That's the way I think about it now. When a man is trying to entertain me and he has a child, it makes me think, why didn't you and your baby mother work out? Because now she's a single mom. You know what I mean? And when you have a kid, whether it's with someone that you're married to, a relationship with, or whatever, like, you're expecting a family. You're expecting your child to have both parents in the same house, together, amicable, in love. So when you're raising a child separately, something must have happened. And first of all, let's be for real. As moms, 9 times out of 10, we don't have time to cheat. We're being moms. Like, let's be for real. And I'm not saying cheating is the only reason why a relationship could not work. Because I've had men tell me that, oh, them and their baby mama didn't work out because their baby mama was tripping or whatever. And it's like, when a man tells me that their baby mama's tripping, and let's say their kid is like a year old, that makes me feel like, okay, so she's going through postpartum and you didn't have the mental capacity or the patience to deal with her postpartum. Especially if it's a situation where he gets his kid like every other weekend. Like, no mom is choosing that. No mom wanted that to happen. Especially if he has multiple baby mamas. If he has 2 or more baby mamas, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Because I learned my lesson the first time. Why the fuck you haven't? Moral of the story is I'm getting a private investigator on whoever the fuck I end up with next. Like, seriously, whoever I end up like dating, oh, best believe the PI is going to be on that.
Check that. Evil Eddie. Right, Evil Eddie created that. So click that link, see if it works. I haven't tried it yet. Check it out.
Because these men be lying about why they're not with their baby mamas no more. They be motherfucking lying. And I'm not even necessarily thinking about baby mama drama, because ain't no baby mama drama when it comes to my child's biological father and me. That shit is over and done with. When we broke up, we broke up. But it's because of how bad he did me. And especially after the fact, the disrespect that I've gotten after the fact. So that's what made me think, like, too, like, when a situation is so volatile to the point where I won't even like entertain any type of conversation with you as your child's mother, like, as someone from the outside looking in, someone's trying to date you, and that's the dynamic you have with your baby mother, that would make me side-eye you too. Like, why y'all, like, why
Busta, awesome that you are.
is it that bad, the beef that y'all got? You know what I mean?
Yo, you're a stay-at-home dad? Awesome. That's cool. I love it.
So yeah, I mean, there are some men out there that are genuinely good single fathers that, you know, they stepped up to the plate and they got their kids and, you know, they're doing what they're supposed to do. I wouldn't mind one like that, but once again, my PI would confirm to me that that's what the fuck that is, because majority of these single
PI. Why didn't she have that PI? Right? Check with her baby daddy to begin with. This shit with women's intuition. Women are such amazing investigators. Yet they didn't figure out this shit with their first baby daddy. They didn't do this shit, right, with the men that they already dealt with. Yeah, they're so good at it, yet they failed at it constantly.
dads are not single dads. And I'm also going to exclude dads that have like legit court.
Never date a man with kids. There's a few reasons why. One major one, if the mama don't like you, the baby ain't gonna like you. It don't matter what you do, because they don't want to betray their mom. Okay. I dated a guy with a baby one time, or child, and immediately it was a problem. I literally watched the baby once and it was enough for me. I was done. It was a done deal. So I love kids, and that baby had a good time. She went home and was probably raving about how much fun she had, and that mama was furious. Had that baby saying I was mean to her and this and that. Like, girl, bye. You just messed up that baby good time. Some women just have a hard time moving on. 2, you're the reason why their family not together. Their dad is not gonna be spending holidays with them anymore. 3, if you get a good one, now you're gonna have to split your time with your kids or just yourself and your man with a whole nother family. I'm not saying that it could never work out, but I've never seen a situation where everybody was actually happy. Like, either somebody is naive, delusional, or some funny is going on in a situation where it actually works out. And before you ask, yes, I have kids, and I will never date a man with kids. There's a few reasons why.
This is the fine, right? This is the problem I find with a lot of women, where if you have that energy, keep it. Keep that same energy. So you don't date men with kids. Right? You don't date men with kids. Don't be surprised that men without kids don't date you. So honestly, just don't date, right? Just don't date, right? Don't be in a relationship. Perfect. Great.
So I tried the new Grandma McFlurry, and
As a single mom of 3 kids, I will not be dating men that have kids. You guys are not to be taken seriously. Nobody wants you because your baby mama left you for a reason.
It doesn't work? I don't know. I mean, Evil Eddie created that, so I wasn't sure. I'll eventually create one, right? So I'll figure it out. Don't date her. I'll eventually figure it out.
If you are not licking the fucking floor that I walk on, you are not gonna be with me. Like, my standards are so much more higher now than before I had kids, which is fucking insane. So if you want to be with me, you're gonna have to be a stepdad of 3 kids. I have 2 boys and a little girl, and my kids are fucking bad. I know what comes with dating somebody with kids, and I don't fucking want it. I don't want none of the drama. I don't give a fuck about your baby mama. If you're gonna be a stepdad, you are gonna have to pay for some of my kids' things. Like, if you want to take that role of a stepfather, you have to pay for some of their things. There's just no way that you're just gonna be my partner and not a father figure for them.
Well, I'll figure it out. I'll look through it. Okay, so don't worry. I'll definitely try to create a Discord for you guys, because you guys like it. So I'm gonna do it.
You know, a lot of you may ask yourself, what are you gonna bring to the table, Lindsay? What are you gonna? My fucking love and affection, bitch, and my fucking time. Like, that's what I'm gonna bring to the fucking table. You're gonna fucking be with me because you love me, not because you have to use me for your benefit. Like, I am traumatized, okay? So you either love the fuck out of me and of my kids, or you're just not gonna fucking be with me at all. As a single mom of 3 kids,
Really? Albie, would you be a stepdad? I don't know. If you don't have kids, I definitely wouldn't recommend you going down that path. But her, no. I'm not saying her, of course. The delusion. Yo, Jay, what's up? This is the thing where it's the insanity, right? It's absolute delusion. And This is why a lot of women don't realize that. How can you have such high standards, but you didn't have those standards before you had a kid? So now that your value is lower, right? Your dating value is lower. Your expectation is higher. That is insane. That is insane. So you want a better man, right? You want to be with a better man than the man you gave a child to. Absolutely stupid. I'm actually a great stepdad. It's usually them. Really? So you dated a couple of single mothers.
One thing being a single mom taught me is that I will never date a guy who has kids of his own. And a lot of people think I'm crazy for saying that. But if you're a single mom, like, you know exactly what I mean. If you know, you know. One thing being a single mom taught me is that I will...
Now, I'll say this, right? I've dated single mothers. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I don't think automatically single mother bad, right? I don't necessarily think that. Now, I'll date them, give them a chance. That's it. So I don't necessarily just make assumptions off the bat, which a lot of these people are doing. Single dad bad. It's like, seriously? You're literally just making assumptions. You don't know the man, and you just say single dad bad. So no wonder, right? There are some men that say, you know what? Single mothers a no-go, right? Single mothers are just for fun. Don't be surprised that keeping the same energy. That's the thing. Now, for me, I like I said, I've dated a few single mothers, and it's just at the end of the day, it's about them, right? Just like Alvy said, it's usually them. It's usually them for real. I think I'm a decent guy. I think I'm a decent guy, but it's usually them. Right? I mean, I'm not perfect, but it's usually them.
I am a BM, single mother, whatever, and I don't date men with children. I mean, I have dated men with children, but it's just not my preference. So I can never be comfortable with the idea that a man with a child is at my home fathering my children. My children are waking up to you, but your blood child doesn't get to wake up to you. Like, they don't have direct access to you in the home. Like, I cannot ever get comfortable with that. And I think I knew for a fact that I cannot handle that is with the last guy that I dated. He had a child, and when he would be with me, you know, some nights, I was thinking about his baby. I was thinking about his baby because it's like, you're at my house with me and my children. And he loved it. He loves his baby. Loves his baby. And he's actually back with the mother of his child, thank God. Though I really liked him, I'm very happy that, you know, his family unit is back together. But I just remember just thinking about his child when he would be at my home, and I don't think I can do it. I can't do it. And baby daddies are way too easy for my liking, you know. I truly believe that it's only over if the mom says that it's over. And I don't want to deal with that.
Alvy, that's one of the things where that's one of the, I mean, Laughing Man, that's one of the things where I'm not crazy about you know, the stepdad thing, right? How if kids treat you in a way that, like, if you put effort into some, you know, this woman's kid, and then they treat you like, oh, you're nothing, I think that would be a knife to the heart. I definitely agree. I wouldn't like that.
I don't want to deal with that. I mean, I would prefer a man without children, even though I already have two from, you know, previous situations. So, yeah. What about you? Are you a single mom? Do you date men without kids? Is that your preference? I'm going to do whatever God tells me to do. Let me end it with that, because if my husband is somebody who has children from a previous relationship or whatever, I'm going to do what God tells me to do. And I'm going to go where God tells me to go. But that is not my preference.
Just 2 kids by 2 different men. It's like, you're fucking stupid. Absolutely stupid. I'm just showing that these are the hypocrisies of a lot of women, right? That they can't handle the same energy back. This is why a lot of men just don't really commit to single mothers. Right? This is why a lot of men would not commit to single mothers. It's this mindset that, oh, automatically single dad's a no. Then no surprise that a lot of men will see automatically single mothers a no.
As a single mom with 2 kids, proof is in the pudding, I try not to date men with kids. And it is not about the kids. I love kids. I would treat any person's kids that are around me as my own. It ain't about the kids, because I would be Michelle Duggar up in this bitch. It's about the men that can't take accountability for their own actions. There is nothing more attractive in this world than a man that takes care of his kids, that raises his kids, that is an active father in their life. A man that respects the mother of his children. I was 5 minutes into a conversation this morning with a man, and he kept referring to his kid. My kid, my kid, my kid. He one time referred to his kid as an it. I don't know if he got a son, a daughter. I don't even know if he knows what he's got. He was saying that the court gave his baby mama primary custody, that his baby mama hasn't let him see his kid in over a month and a half. Like, go play with a bitch that's gonna believe you, because it sure as hell isn't me. I don't know. I don't believe you. I'm sorry, baby, I don't believe you. And it also took everything in me to not ask for the mother of his child's socials and phone number before I blocked him, because I actually wanted to be friends with her and not him, so... Hope you see your kids soon, I guess. I don't know. As a single mom,
a lot of these women should just get back with their baby daddy. You should just get back with your baby daddy, honestly. Because I don't know what... Because you gotta think, right? A lot of these women won't really find quality men anyway. A lot of these women won't find quality men. A lot of these women would not find men better than the men they gave kids to. A lot of these women won't find better, right? They won't find better men than the men that they gave kids to. Particularly, even if they could find better men, a lot of these men wouldn't commit to them. So honestly, you might as well just get back with your baby father. And back to reality.
I will never date a man that has children, period. Especially a man that has children under the age of like 10. God hasn't been broke for more than 10 years. You know what, I'm sick.
I love it when women say that shit and then you hear a baby in the back. It's so funny. It's really funny.
I've just never dated a man with children. We're in this whole pickup line. There's nothing I can do. You can keep scrolling or you can choose to ignore it. I say that I would never date a man with children as a single mother to 2 children. So I got 2 baby dads.
See, this is why, right? This bullshit is why I say men without kids, be selective. Please have some self-respect. Please have some self-respect. Please do not be desperate. Here's a woman, bunch of women, right? Multiple kids by multiple men. But expectation is you shouldn't have a child. So they deem, right, that this is what you deserve, right? You deserve, okay, a woman that has kids by multiple men. This is what you deserve. This is what you deserve as a man that had discipline, that didn't sling it around for a bunch of women unprotected. This is what you deserve. You deserve a woman, all right, with multiple kids by multiple men. This is what you deserve. It shows you how little respect they have for you already. Absolute insanity.
I'm a credible source. When I tell you, like, a baby mom, especially that first baby mom, is always going to hold a very special place in that man's heart. Again, credible source. You can choose to listen to me, or you can choose to not listen to me. That's totally up to you. If there's ever a sliver of doubt in your mind, go with your gut. Go with your gut. Because I'm telling you, even if that baby mom is not interested, chances are that the baby dad is still, you know, thinking about her, or wanting to be with her, or would be with her in a second if she said, come on, let's go. Yeah. 9 out of 10 times, it's not the baby mom that's the problem. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I'm cool as a fan. I'm cool as a cucumber. I feel like I'm a really cool baby.
Really? You're not the problem. 2 kids by 2 different men. Seems like you're the common denominator out of those 2. This is the problem with a lot of women. You're not the problem, really?
Mom to have. The way some of these girls be doing their baby dads that are like decent guys.
Pop the cap.
I feel like I'm cool. Like I'm the one you want to have on your side. I don't want either of my baby dads. I can tell you that right now. But I still got my baby dad that's in jail texting me. Good night.
Your baby dad that's in jail. Yes, you are the fucking problem. This is the stupidity of a lot of women. Your man that you gave a kid to is in jail. You thought that man was a good man. You thought that man would have been a good father.
Dad, I love you. No, sir. Anyways, take that information with a grain of salt. My personal opinion. I will never date a man.
This is the funniness of a lot of women, right? It's the hypocrisy, it's the insanity, it's the delusion. This is why we see a lot of single mothers on Kendra G, right? We see a lot of single mothers on Kendra G. We see a lot of 30-year-olds, 40-year-olds, 50-year-olds, 70-year-olds, whatever. A lot of these single mothers on Kendra G. So, yeah. What do you guys think? Crazy. Okay, so there's these videos that I thought was interesting, so I wanted to check it out, okay? This video is rating yourself, right? 30 people rate their own attractiveness from 1 to 10. We in the manosphere, we in men's content have talked about this a lot, okay? I've talked about this a lot, where so many people, particularly women, don't know how to rate themselves. They constantly rate themselves such a high number when most of them are average at best. Most of them are average at best. So I think this would be fun to check this out.
I'm going to give myself a 5. I'm going to go half.
If I'm being blatantly honest, I would say maybe a 2.
An 8?
10 out of 10. You gotta be confident about yourself.
How do you rate your looks on a scale of 1 to 10? We're continuing our series where we branch out from the usual format and instead ask people for a range of different backgrounds on how they feel about all things related to beauty and aesthetics. So how do you rate your own looks is quite a bit of an awkward question to answer, so really appreciate everyone who participates in this video. As we were looking back at the clips, we did notice a specific trend in the answers that ties in well with some of the research that we've been exploring lately.
7 out of 10. Well, I was gonna say 6, but I said let me just hype myself up a little bit.
Let's play this game, right? Let's play this game. What do you guys think? All right? What would you guys rate her? For me, I'll say a 5 at best, right? 4 to maybe a 5. So a 5 at best. A 5. There. What do you guys think? I'll say a 5. I'll say a 5.
I was gonna say 6, but I said let me just hype myself up a little bit.
7 or 8.
7 or 8. What do you guys think? What would you rate this woman? The acne, I was thinking about that too. I was thinking kind of a 4. Very bad skin, right? Bad skin and like the frown, like a 4.
I like the way I look, but sometimes there are days when I don't, so
Oh, and the teeth too.
Maybe like a 7.5.
7. I don't think so. I think this guy is. I would say average, right? I would say average at best. Maybe a 6 if you should fix her. I mean, when she was smiling, I kind of see like, yeah, she's not that great.
I would say 7.
7.
I would say 7.
7. To be honest, I would this is a solid 4. If solid 4. Well, maybe a 3 to a 4, right? A 3 to a 4. What would you guys give her? 23? But really, yeah. Not a 7. This is the problem we're facing, right? I think we have so many people that are delusional, kind of egotistical, right? It don't really make sense. A solid 5. Really? Okay. I'll say a 4 at best.
7.
Probably say 7.
Why do people constantly say 7? Honestly, this guy is like a 5. Maybe a 6?
Well, it definitely depends on how I'm feeling, but probably like a 7 out of 10.
What do you guys think? Yeah, I think she's kind of boobied, right? This is the thing. A lot of women are just 5 at best, right? A lot of women are 5 at best. A little bit round in the face, maybe a 4, right? I mean, like kind of a chub face, but again, average at best.
Depends on how I'm feeling, but probably like a 7 out of 10.
I think
I think this woman is maybe a 6, maybe. Her body's a little bit, just face wise, maybe a 6. Meh, 6 because she got features alike. What do you guys think of this?
I think I rate myself a 7.
So it seems that a lot of people rated themselves a.
See, I think this is why, right? This is why Kevin Samuel, right, the Godfather himself, say no 7s. Don't say 7, because this is what they want to say, right? They don't want to say 6 because it's too low. They don't want to say 8 because it's too high. So they usually say 7 because it's a nice in between. But a lot of people don't understand, okay, that you are going too high. You are not that high above average. Most people are not above average. Most people are not above average.
7 out of 10, and this is in line with what we predicted after researching the topic in more detail. Just taking one study as an example, Cooper et al. Asked unmarried university students to rate their own attractiveness and found most men and women also rated themselves a 7 out of 10. When asked about the lowest possible attractiveness level that they would consider for a potential romantic partner, again, most said a 7 out of 10.
I mean, for me, I view myself a 5, right? I say a 5 at best. Now, if I really dress nice, I really, put in the effort, maybe a 6.
10.
I'd probably rate myself about.
I'll say she's a 5, right? I mean, not really that attractive features, but not terrible. So I'll say a 5.
7.5, 8, maybe.
This is the fucking thing. Why all these people are delusional?
Maybe, I don't know. I don't know. I think that I try to make myself look nice and I make an effort.
Probably like a 5.5, 6 maybe.
I don't know. I don't think I come under like beauty of standards, like high beauty of standards for sure, but I think I don't find myself too bad.
This is also a problem, right? Where people think about attraction, right? They think about themselves, right? They want to be kind to themselves. But really, you are being delusional to yourself, because honestly, you're not dating yourself. Now, unless you're going to stay single for the rest of your life, fine, whatever. You can say you're a 10. But honestly, people in the dating market, it's about dating. This is why I would say this, right? I wouldn't, like, so many people call, like, so many online haters would say that I'm a 2, I'm a 3, but I would not say that, because I've had 4 long-term relationships, right? I've had 4 long-term relationships, and I've had plenty of women I've actually dated. So, in all honesty, my dating history proves me more that I'm at least average at best, right? That's me being, maybe I could be a 6, but with my dating history, it has at least backed up that I'm average at best. Yo, what's up, my brother?
And I think that is exactly why I do not want to give myself a 5. I want to definitely be a 7, I guess.
You want to be a 7. See, I think that's the mindset of a lot of women. I want to be a 10. Right? I want to be a 9. I want to be an 8. But are you? Because your life showed you that you are above average. This is the thing where a lot of people gotta understand. Does life show you you are above average? Usually it hasn't. So for me, life hasn't shown me that I'm above average, but life definitely hasn't shown me that I'm below average. So
Your research found similar results and went a step further by looking at how people rate their own appearance compared to the perceptions of others.
I think I get.
Now she's cute, right? I would say she's a 6 to a 7, right? For her, I would definitely say she's a 6 to a 7. Out of all the women we've seen, definitely, I would say she's a 6 to a 7. Hey, you probably, I mean, Alvy, if you could do that, I'll give you credit, right? For me, I'll say maybe if I put in effort, I'm probably a 6, right? A 6, maybe a 6.5. So if you can jump to all the way 8, Bo, you put in a lot of effort then.
Enough attention, but I know I can still improve, you know?
I think I have a nice smile.
Yeah.
And I think my hair and eyes go together, I like my freckles. I think it's something a bit different about me.
I think I'm not conventionally beautiful. I know sometimes when I look at myself there are certain features, but I don't think others would see me like, maybe I would see myself as 8 on certain days, but I know others wouldn't, so.
Do not people understand attraction, right? Do people not understand attraction? You are judging your attraction. So if you're judging your attraction, make it accurate. Okay? You said if other people don't see you, then honestly, you're not judging your attraction level accurately. Bro, Alvy, if anyone is able to do modeling, bro, I would say you're a 7 or 8. I honestly believe, let's say a 7 or 8 is like small time modeling, right? 7 or 8, small time modeling. 8s and 9s and maybe 10s, big time modeling. So I could never do modeling. So that's definitely for sure. If you can honestly, right? If people are actually wanting to take pictures of you, you're definitely not below average. That's for sure. Here's a woman, right? I'm sorry. She can't do modeling. So really, for her to think that she's an 8 is ridiculous. Even a 7 is ridiculous. I'm sorry. You are a 5 at best. This is why delusion is such a detriment in my opinion, because again, it's making you dishonest in your dating market, right? In your dating life. Because a lot of women, right? A lot of women we're seeing now is so deluded when it comes to dating. I'm a 10, I'm an 8, I'm a 9. And then they think about, this 5 is below me. This 4 is below me. They don't qualify for me. They're not good enough for me because I'm a 7, I'm an 8. But in reality, you are a 5, right? So you are attracting people that honestly are almost equal to you. But because your mind, you're deluding yourself. This is the ego. This is the narcissism. So job, bro. I mean, like, if you tell me that you modeled, I'll give you credit, because nobody, right? Nobody's a 5, an actual 5, right? Nobody's an actual 5 and says they model. That's a fucking lie, right? Because no 5s are modeling anything unless you're taking selfies, right? You're not modeling shit.
A solid 6.
Ananya brings up a great point on this, where how we perceive ourselves isn't necessarily how others view us, and we can see this play out in a greater range in Tobias Greitmeier's 2020 study, where most people rated their own looks higher, with a 6.03 out of 9 on average, or a 6.7 out of 10 relative to the perception.
Here's my thing, right? In the recent years, I've had very low self-esteem, but I mean, no, before recent years, I had very low self-esteem. Only in recent years, when I did some self-reflection, I was able to, in my honest opinion, accurately judge myself. So I have better self-esteem than I used to have. So I view myself as an average guy. I think it is a detriment to us where we don't do self-reflection and we delude ourselves, right? We delude ourselves in thinking, oh, we're something better than we are. I think it's unhealthy.
Of others being rated as 5.44 out of 9 on average, or roughly a 6 out of 10, so almost a full point difference. This gap in perception was most pronounced for the least attractive people in the sample, while the most attractive participants actually underrated their looks compared to outsiders' perceptions. This gap is a pretty consistent finding in the literature, and Matthew et al.'s study provides evidence for some self-awareness about this effect. Men in particular accurately predicted other people would rate them as less attractive, but persisted in rating themselves higher in spite of that awareness.
Ooh, I'd say a 9.
A 9? You think you're almost perfect? This shit is ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. No. In all honesty, this woman is, what I'm seeing right now, a 5.
Like I said before, I think for me, sometimes I like the tip of my nose, sometimes I don't. I think I don't really have the standard kind of features and proportions of my face, but I think somehow they work together.
Certain things I like about myself, certain things, you know.
A 6, a strong 5. Definitely a strong 5.
Maybe I would change, I don't know. There's nothing really to say, but I mean, I'd say 5, pretty level number.
So why do we tend
that, right?
to overrate our attractiveness compared to others? Well, let's look at 3 possible reasons. The first is, let's talk about the mere exposure effect. This is our tendency to...
Oh my God. Andrea Lima. She was my childhood crush. Like a beautiful, right? Beautiful Victoria's Secret model. God, she was a 9. That woman, she was a 9 when I was young.
Like things, in this case faces, more the more we are exposed to them. We look at ourselves several times each day in the mirror, so it makes sense that we would rate our own appearance higher than strangers would. Consistent with this theory, Jeffrey Haddock's research showed young people who strongly value attractiveness rate themselves better looking now compared to the past, suggesting we like our own appearances more over time and the more we are exposed to it as a generation. And this applies not just to
Tyra Banks. She not bad. She was definitely a top tier. So I wouldn't say that. But if I had to pick from the Victoria's Secrets back in the day, it is Andrea Lima.
to how we view ourselves, but also to how we rate other people's physical attractiveness on the 1 to 10 scale. Anatol used brain scans to examine the impact of repeated exposure on perceived attractiveness, and repeated exposure to the same attractive or average-looking face activated specific regions in the brain and led to increased attractiveness ratings. So we rate complete strangers as less attractive compared to people we're more familiar with, including ourselves. This is important to keep in mind when we look at these studies on attractiveness ratings, where most ratings in this case are given by strangers to other strangers. Thinking about this more broadly, this lack of familiarity is one of the biggest issues with dating apps. People swipe left on strangers who could potentially be a good match if they just got to know each other first.
I agree. This is what I'm talking about, where exactly what he said, right? Because we perceive our attraction level so inaccurately, When we go about dating apps, swiping and shit, well, of course we're gonna swipe on a lot of people that we perceive as unattractive. Because in a lot of women's mind, they have overinflated egos, right? Overinflated view of their own attraction. Imagine this. All those women, right, view themselves as 7 and 8. One woman view herself as a 9. So, no duh. Most men are not 8s and 9s or 7s. Most men aren't. Most men are average. So, no duh that since these women have an overinflated ego, they're going to swipe off, right? Swipe left on average men. Because in a lot of these women's brains, they view average men as beneath them. You are a 5, you are a 4. If I'm a 7, I'm dating too low, right? I've seen so many videos of women say, oh, I see so many beautiful women with so many ugly men. Really? Really? Or are you seeing people that, you know what, are pretty average, but you as women, you're misconstruing, right? You're delusional to attraction level, particularly when it comes to women.
I think I'm not too bad and then I'm not too great, so I think 8 is a perfect number for me.
8. You are two points away from perfect. Not too bad, not too good, but I'm an 8. 8. So this is the problem, right? This is the problem men are facing, right? Men are not trying to humble women. Men are not trying to insult and hate on women. No, men is trying to like be grounded, right? Live in reality. An 8, you should be a model. You should be a supermodel. If you are an 8, you should be having people wanting to take pictures of you, wanting to put you on film and camera. I
think I'm an 8.
Really? Men are, men can be delusional as well. I'm sorry, this man is like a 4 or 5, right?
Probably a solid 8.5.
8? Come on, what is wrong with these women? What's wrong with these people? You're absolutely delusional. I'm sorry. He looks like a 4. A 4.
And yeah, I don't want to sort of do too much like I don't know. I'm a bit sort of probably self-cynical and I don't want to big myself up too much, but yeah, probably a good thing to big oneself up about. So yeah.
Evolutionary biologist Robert Trivers proposed that self-deception could be an evolutionary adaptation that improves our chances of passing on our genes. We found some support for this theory in Lynn et al.'s 2014 research, which showed that romantic self-deception, or rating yourself higher in attractiveness and desirability than others do, predicts romantic success for women. This is comparable to the winner effect in the animal kingdom, where we observe greater success in subsequent fights due to a boost of confidence after winning an initial fight. If positive self-beliefs increases the chance of success, it would make sense that we would inflate our own level of attractiveness to likewise also increase that chance.
I would say 10. I'm quite confident with myself.
10? You look like a fucking man. I thought this is a man. Is this not a man? I'm sorry, right? I'm sorry. I don't know, right? But if you dress like a woman, but you can be perceived as a man, you are essentially a 2. You are essentially a 2, okay? That's how unattractive you are. 5? Alvy, no way. You are not saying this is a 5. You are not saying this is a 5, man. You better not be delusional. 4? This is a 2. I'm sorry. This is like, seriously? You're crazy, bro.
I love my body, my features, my height, everything about me. So
it's great. This is the thing where we're not able to disconnect, right? We're not able to disconnect. It's great that you have self-esteem. Awesome. The point is that having self-esteem and being delusional, you have crossed over from having high self-esteem or adequate self-esteem to being now delusional, right? You're delusional. Great that you love yourself. No one's saying that you shouldn't. But to say that you're perfect, right? This is the thing. To say that you're perfect. And again, we don't understand. Attraction, you are attracting others. You're not attracting yourself. Great that you love yourself, but you're not attracting yourself. Like I said, if you decide to be single for the rest of your life, all the more to you. All the more to you. But if you are participating in the dating market, then you have to understand what attraction is. Fine, a 3. Okay, let's say a 3. Let's say a 3. I'm sorry. Because for me, when you dress like a woman, but look like a man, that's not average, right? That's not average. That is honestly below average. When you have like features that are ambiguous, where, are you a woman? Right? Are you a woman? I think you're a man. That's gotta say that you're not doing well.
I have no problem.
I think life is too short, so 10.
Now, I don't think she's a 7, right? I would say she's a 7. Right? She's decent, nice skin, nice symmetrical feature. Now, her jaw is a bit kind of Jay Leno-like, but she has some sharp features, right? Some sharp features and nice lips. So, yeah, decent.
Thirdly, although researchers have shown that people broadly agree on who is attractive and who is not, it's possible that we focus on different traits to evaluate our own attractiveness compared to how others judge us. For example, a 2015 study found that women's self-perceived facial attractiveness was predicted by BMI and fluctuating asymmetry, while men's ratings for women were influenced by more neoteny and facial averageness. So both men and women were looking at different parts of the face, but nonetheless all of these things do contribute to a more attractive face.
I don't know, I just feel like with me, it's like, I don't feel I'm the greatest looking guy in the world. I don't feel like I'm not the greatest looking guy. I'm just like average looking, or like, I don't really have that kind of thing to really make people think I'm good looking.
6. I feel like I'm...
Okay, I'll give her that. She's cute, right? For me, 6s are cute. 6 are cute. So I'll say she's cute, right? So I'll give her the 6. Really rational. Really like logical.
Pretty, but I'm not like super beautiful. Like, yeah.
A 9.5, pushing a 10, because I just don't really care what people think about me. This is my face, I can't really change it.
Elysia talked
9.5, pushing a 10. You think yourself perfect. I mean, come on. To be honest, you are maybe a 6. Alvy, all good, my brother.
about not really caring about what people think about her. So how important are other people's opinions on when it comes to our looks? Generally depends a lot on who they are. Miller and colleagues showed university students were more likely to rate feedback as threatening and avoid feedback on their appearance when the ratings came from close peers compared to low threat evaluators, such as students at another university, older adults, or children, compared to their own peers, which are people you're going to see face to face some sooner or later.
I don't think I'm ugly. I'm not the most attractive person in the world, but yeah.
Me personally, I don't give anyone 10s because 10 means perfect, but I'd give myself a good 8.5 or a 9, you know. Everyone has their own opinion, but that's just how I look at myself, so I feel like I have, like,
You view yourself almost perfect. I find it, so this is a stupidity, right? This is the stupidity. Viewing yourself, again, having confidence is awesome. If you view yourself as an 8 and 9, your life has to show it. Where's the proof, right? Are women just banging on your door? Are women actually just like not letting go of you, right? Are women absolutely obsessed with you? If you are a 9, women will be absolutely like, they are the ones who's asking you for your number, right? If you're an 8, women are asking you for your number, right? Women are coming up to you and trying to get with you. That's an 8 and 9.
nice, distinct features that, you know, would make me stand out. So I don't think they mesh together well. So
I think it depends. Like some days I feel really confident. I feel like a 10, but then some days like I'm not really feeling it. So it's like 6, 7.
One issue with asking people to rate themselves from 1 to 10 is that their answers are likely somewhat context dependent. Your opinion of your own attractiveness could be influenced by something as simple as scrolling TikTok or not for that particular day, and exposure to so many attractive people all at once could influence how you feel about your own physical looks. We can see some evidence for this in the literature, where Little et al. Showed that exposure to attractive same-sex images lowered people's self-rated attractiveness, while exposure to unattractive images had the opposite effect. This exposure effect can be even more pronounced for attractive people, where a 2022 study found highly attractive people lowered their own self-rated attractiveness after looking at other attractive faces wearing makeup compared to no makeup, while these same images had no effect on less attractive participants.
10, man. Because I just, luckily, not even on a sort of pretentious level, but I've always been comfortable in my own skin. I've always liked.
Great. The fuck does that mean? I mean, you think you're perfect. Awesome. Does your life show that you're perfect?
What I've seen in the mirror. Never had any sort of insecurities when it comes to my face or body or height or anything. I've been blessed in a sense. So yeah.
Probably say 7. When I'm ready to be, I can be an 8. But yeah, definitely a 7. Just confident in myself. Yeah, just confidence, I suppose.
10. even if you don't think it deep down, you have to say it because you.
No, you don't. You don't have to say it. I'm not saying this, right? Men and women can be delusional. So it's not just a woman thing. But this is the thing where you got to be grounded. You know, when you accurately or close to accurately can judge yourself, that means you understand yourself. That means you're not delusional. You're not living in a fake reality, a reality that you create yourself. You're not living. Imagine when you live your life like you're a 10, right? It's like, you're ugly, right? You're beneath me, right? Living your life like everything's beneath you. When you're a 10, when you think you're perfect, you will go about life as, you know what? Nothing is coming close to me. Nothing is better than me. Everything is beneath me. That shows you that you're living a life of delusion, right? And it's like, that shit is unhealthy.
You can't project off bad energy about yourself, so it always has to be a 10.
Even on my worst day, I'm a 10.
Period. You have to think that and manifest it for real.
Yeah. If you don't think you're a 10,
then
who's
who's
going
gonna
to?
think that exactly? So, a 10.
A lot of our interviewees mentioned the importance of being confident in your own looks, and there's a good reason for this. Both men and women rate confidence as an important trait in a potential partner. But is there an optimal level of confidence for maximizing attractiveness? Murphy et al. Ran 4 different experiments to find out, and their initial results show that overconfident people were accurately perceived as more confident, which did increase desirability. However, they were also perceived as arrogant, which negatively impacted desirability, more or less cancelling out the effect. But there are some real benefits to overconfidence. Being overconfident was a net plus when it came to intrasexual competition, and the authors asked participants to write their own dating profile. Then they were given the chance to bet money on if their dating profile was more attractive than another profile, and the results show that people were less willing to compete against overconfident opponents, while the overconfident ones were more likely to agree to compete across the board. In a follow-up experiment, the authors found that as levels of competition increased, the negative effects of arrogance on overall romantic success seemed to disappear, while the positive effects of confidence became stronger. So the main takeaway here is that overconfident people seem to have a significant romantic competitive advantage. Therefore, it makes sense that we tend to overrate our own looks compared to others' perceptions.
10. Because it's me. It's for myself, you know. I should see myself as a 10 out of 10.
You know, this is why, in my honest opinion, dating is at its worst. Right? Dating is at its worst. Right? Before, people don't have such a diluted view of themselves. I think this mindset, I'm a 10, is thanks to social media. It's thanks to social media that has diluted people in thinking, oh, I need to think I'm a 10. I need to have such a high level of confidence where I'm pretty much arrogant, right? This level of confidence is, now you're just arrogant. Now you're just egotistical. Now you're just narcissistic. When honestly, why, right? Why? It's because you have to be able to judge yourself properly so you can honestly, if you're in the dating market, you can date properly. Because this is a problem where a lot of women who are average at best or even lower, when you see an average man in your view, you don't see him anymore, right? You don't see this man as average because in your mind, you're a 10. In your mind, you're a 10. So now this average man is in front of you. He has a lot of probably decent qualities. Not perfect. He's no 10, but he has a lot of good qualities. But because you see yourself as perfect, a 10, even though this man has a lot of good qualities, he himself is not at your level, your perceived level. So this is why a lot of women reject said men. This is why a lot of women are not interested in dating said men, right? Said average men. This is the problem. This is the problem with the dating market, where so many women have such an ego, right? Such an ego that it's honestly making dating impossible. You view almost every man beneath you. And if any man that's beneath you, right, the only way when you date these men that are beneath you, you have to push these men to put so much effort into getting with you, but honestly, you're not that interested. You believe you're settling.
Oh, 5. It's a good solid pass mark rate. Nothing too fancy.
Because I think I'm cute, but yeah, I put in a lot of effort to feel and look nice and be nice. I think my personality also shines through.
Corinne mentioned her personality and how it impacts the way she rates herself. Now you might think personality is irrelevant when it comes to the 1 to 10 scale, particularly on looks, but we came across some significant studies showing that personality genuinely does influence our perceptions of physical attractiveness. Let's look at one of those studies where Kong et al. Divided 120 people into 3 groups and asked them to rate 60 women's attractiveness. 2 weeks later, they rated the same faces again, this time with positive, negative, or no personality information. There was a significant boost in rated attractiveness for those with a positive personality and a decrease in rating for those with a negative.
Yeah, but then you got to know the personality to do that, right? So that's again, that does show that if you get to know someone, yes, it adds to your attraction level. I definitely agree with that. But that doesn't necessarily make them actually attractive, right? You just now gain more information. So you spent more time with them essentially.
Personality trait ascribed to them, and another 2023 study added to this body of research showing that perceived honesty boosts physical attractiveness ratings for both men and women. The impact of personality on perceived physical attractiveness and also the mere exposure effect helps to explain why so many couples start out as friends. Hunt et al. Showed that couples who had been friends before dating had much lower attractiveness correlations, a range of 0.20 and 0.40, compared to those who had formed relationships soon after meeting, attractiveness correlations of 0.52 and 0.70, meaning that the more attractive couples tend to start straight into a relationship and the less attractive ones tend to go from friendship to relationship. This is another reason why we might rate our own attractiveness higher compared to a stranger's assessment, because we're more familiar with our positive personality traits and that influences our perceptions of the way that we look.
Interesting. I've seen this guy before. I definitely want to check out more of his videos, so I thought it was cool. What do you guys think? All right, let's see. What do you guys think? Let's do a Kendra G video. Let me see if I can find an older video. Because Kendra has been, she would copyright strike you. So I don't want to try any of her videos that says copyright on it. So I'm going to check out some of her older videos and react to it. So we'll see if those are... Let's see if it happens, right? I don't know if it's going to happen, so let's check them out. I mean, she has some older, decent videos to react to, so we'll see.
There you go. You ready?
All right, so let's end out on this, okay? Let's end out on this. All right, let's check out this Kendra G video.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, hello?
Oh, it's Switch. What's your name?
Can you hear me?
I can. What's your name?
Oh,
honey?
oh my God. Hi, my name is Bella. Sorry, I'm French.
Oh, where you calling me from, Bella? Kendra G Singles, the dating app, is available now on iPhones and Android phones. How old are you?
36.
36. What you do for a living?
I work in oil field.
Oil fields?
Yeah, safety. I do safety.
Oil fields. You do
Oh my
safety.
God, I can't believe I'm here. Oh my God.
You are here, girl.
Okay, I look so messy. Okay. Um,
Oh, let's do that again. All right, let's check this one again. Let's check this one again.
Canada. Okay. How old are you?
36.
36. What you do for a living?
I work in oil field.
Oil fields?
Yeah, safety. I do safety.
Oil fields. You do safety.
Oh my God, I can't believe I'm here. Oh my God.
You are here, girl.
Okay, I look so messy. Okay. I'm French, my English is not so well, but yeah. But I'm from East Africa though, but I live in Canada.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
You have any kids, Bella?
Yes, one little girl,
How old's your child?
16 months.
16 months?
Yeah. Is it 16 months?
So she's not 2 years old yet? Why you not with the dad?
Long story, but yeah, it's not working out. We tried, but it's not working out.
When did you and the dad break up? The baby's not even 2.
I can't say it here. It's a long story.
Are y'all broken up?
Yeah, we're broken up. Yeah.
Have you ever been married?
No.
Oh, so y'all wasn't married. But
Yeah, I don't care about marriage, to be honest. I don't really care.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yo, Alvi. No surprise, right? No surprise she don't care about marriage and she gets baby daddies. Right? She's 8 actually been waiting for this. This I said this, right? These baby moms, right? These baby moms picking shitty men and thinking that let's go back out in the dating market and I'll find a better man. DA, have you heard something simple as if you don't have an iPhone? That'll be a big for them because something about the blue ball. That is crazy. I always find that crazy ick.
you're completely done with your child's father?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's private. Long story is private. I cannot say here. So
That's fine.
Yeah.
So you're Bella, Canada, 36, works in the oil fields, oil safety fields?
yeah, oil field. Like I'm a safety. I do safety in oil and gas. Oil and gas. Is it oil and gas? Yeah, oil and gas safety. Yeah.
Okay. She's a mom to a 16-month-old,
Yeah.
never married. What kind of
No.
man you looking for, girl?
So I used to go for like pop smoke type of guy, but I'm trying to change. I know, like a little bit. I don't know, but I'm trying to change like to.
So she was ran through by the thugs, by the Pookies. And now she wants to change. Now she wants the beta male provider to step up and take care of her and her kid. To help contribute to her and her kid. After being ran through by the Pookie, after giving a kid to the Pookie. Great. This is what I'm saying. Where this is the red flag of single mothers, right? This is the red flag of single mothers. They think that, okay, this is what you deserve, right? This is what better men deserve. You deserve a woman that's been ran through by the Pookie, have a kid by the Pookie, and now this is what you deserve. As a man, as a better man, as a man that's on his journey to be better. This is what you should provide for.
So I don't have no type, but I used to go for like Pop Smoke type of guys, like those kind of guys, gangster guys. But I'm trying to change to look for like a good guy. So yeah. So
trying to change to a good guy.
And this is the thing. This is what I'm saying, right? We're saying, oh, let's hold black men accountable. Let's hold black men accountable, right? Let's hold black men accountable. Black men don't hold other black men accountable. What's the fucking point of holding men accountable when women like this, right? They will give these men kids. They will give the gangsters. They will give the criminals. They will give the thugs. They will give the dealers, right? They will give the womenizers, the cheaters, the liars. They will give these men kids. So how do black men, right, hold other black men accountable, right? How do any man can hold other men accountable when women will have those men as their type, right? Will go for these men, will fall for these men, will give these men kids, give them in their body, give their youth to these men. This is the stupidity. We're not holding men accountable. We're not holding men. Are you kidding me? We do. Good men do hold men accountable. The problem is, okay, at the end of the day, you cannot hold men accountable when there's no incentive to change. There's no incentive to change. There's no incentive to be better. Because honestly, at their shittiness, they still get women that want them, that will give kids to them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So your child's father was a Pop Smoke type of guy?
No, we used to work together in the oil field.
So if he was a good guy, why can't y'all work it out?
Like I said, okay, it's like a little bit. I don't know how to explain that in English, but just like difficult. We couldn't go. How can I say that? Toxic. It was a little bit toxic.
Well, it sounds like he was. This is a thing where, yeah, he probably wasn't a thug, a criminal, right, a gangster, but he probably had a lot of those attributes. He probably he was probably a blue collar man with the toxicity of a thug.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So what are your deal breakers?
Toxic guys, of course. Yeah.
Is it? You give a kid to that. You give a kid to a toxic man, right? You are attracted to toxic men. So is it a deal breaker?
Hygiene. If you don't have good hygiene, yeah, I can. Communication. If you can't communicate, it's not gonna work.
Okay.
So yeah.
Should he look a certain way?
Like I said, right now, no. Just like if you're a good guy and we vibing. What else?
You know what? This is shit like this, right? Constance said, do good guys finish last? They do, right? Do good guys finish last? What is she, 38, she said? So now she's older, more ran through, has a child. Now she wants a good guy. Picking him fucking last. That's the thing. But no, DA, they're struggling now when you want to play. Yes, passport all the way. This is the thing, I've said it. Passport all the way. Stop dealing with, stop dealing with it. Passport all the way.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Okay. Should he make a certain amount of money?
So I work in the oil and gas field, so I make okay money, good money. So I expect a guy to make like good money too. Like it doesn't matter, but if you make good money.
Okay. Yeah. All right, let's do the Kendra Cam.
Okay, just give me 1 second.
They want to know: do you still sleep with your child's father?
No, I don't. I don't. No, I don't. Okay, so let me show my body. I don't look good, but can you see me? Oh shit! Where can I put the camera? Let me try here, maybe.
Okay, you look smart.
Yeah, she's okay body, right? Okay body. Not terrible.
I had a baby almost Okay.
I mean, I don't look good. I just look my t-shirts and.
I mean, well, you look small to have a baby 16 months ago.
Yeah, I'm tiny. I'm not big. I'm tiny. Like my whole family is tiny. Little ass. So yeah.
Okay. Bella, when was your last?
Alva, you do. You know what? If you know, maybe a couple of like in a year or two, right? In a year or two, we were talking about it. We were talking about it. Maybe, right? Maybe we do a passport bro trip together, right? Who knows, right? Who knows? If we're doing well, you know, the channel's growing, bonds are getting stronger, right? Maybe we'll do a trip having fun together, bros, right? What is it? A bro trip.
Relationship.
Oh, with my baby daddy.
Okay. And when did y'all officially break up?
I'll be honest, 6 months ago.
Okay.
Yeah, it's official though. We're not together anymore.
Okay. You don't have to answer, but I'm gonna ask. When's the last time you was intimate with someone?
With my baby daddy 6 months ago.
Okay. 3 flaws you have to work on.
I would say patient. I'm not patient to be honest, but I'm trying to work on it. What else? Maybe be on time. Sometimes I'll come late, but I don't know what else to be honest.
You know, the timing thing, right? Like I said, I've said to you guys that, it is a plan. Something might be down the road, right? It might be down the road. I don't know why, but at least most of the black women I've dated, like on time is not a thing. On time is not a thing for them. So I don't know.
I was not expecting to be here. I look so ugly. Oh my god.
Right.
Yeah.
Why would a guy be lucky to be with you?
They'll find out. I think I'm a good woman. I think I'm a good woman. I'm a good woman. I cook. I like to cook. So if you like to eat, I might be tiny, but I like to cook.
Do you want the guy to be in Canada?
No, it doesn't matter. To be honest, it doesn't matter.
Could the guy have kids?
1 or 2, that's okay. Yeah.
Do you want more kids?
To be honest, no. I'm not. Motherhood is not for me. Hell no. Yep, I'll be honest. I love my kids. I love her to death, but motherhood is not for me. I like being outside, but now I'm a homebody though. When I say I like to be outside, I like to travel. Just kidding. I like to travel. But when you have a kid and my family, they live like in Italy, Europe, so it's so hard for me to find a babysit. But I'm a homebody. But I like to go eat. I like to travel. Those kind of things. So, but motherhood is not for me. But if a guy likes me and he wants another kid, maybe. You have to sacrifice for somebody, right? So,
okay. So
motherhood is not for me.
As she's a mom of a 16-month-old, she has learned that motherhood
is not for me. Yeah. If you have put me somewhere before, show me how motherhood is. I'll be like, yeah, hell no, I don't want a kid. But
okay,
I love her.
We've never heard this on this show. So
no, but let me clarify. I love my baby to death. Okay, I'll die for her for 1 second, not even 1 second. I'll die for her. But motherhood is not for me. Let me just say that. Okay.
Tell me what don't you like about motherhood?
Like I say, freedom. Like I don't have no freedom to travel. That kind of thing. I'm not patient. Like I said, I'm not patient. So I have to be patient for her. I like to go eat and I have to find a babysit. I like to cook for sure. I like to cook. But sometimes when I was by myself, if I didn't want to cook, I'm just going to make a sandwich and eat and go to bed. But now I have to cook for her. You understand? That's the thing when I say motherhood is not for me.
Okay. Yeah. Listen, you know what I'm not mad at is
You can also think that her mindset is like, I think relationship is not for her as well, right? Seems like, because it's the way she's talking, it seems like she's more suitable to selfishness, right? Caring about herself, thinking about herself. So I honestly think she fits lazy child. I think she fits more of a, herself, thinking about herself. Big Bars, what's up, my brother? What's up?
Giving the honest. I think that, and she clarifies, she loves her child, right?
Yeah, I'll die for her.
I think that because everything is presented to be perfect and Disney World's on IG, we don't always get the truth behind certain things. I think some women are extremely made for motherhood, and then there's some women like Bella who said this ain't for her.
Yeah, and let me say something. If my mother was here and I have my aunt here, I don't have nobody here. I just have my friend, and I don't really have much friend. Have maybe like 4 close friends maybe 4 or 5. That's it, that I can trust. So I don't have no family, and my baby daddy have no family here. They're all in Europe or Africa. So if I had like my mother here and my cousin, whatever, who can stay with her, I would definitely have like 2 or 3 kids. But I'm by myself.
Okay, I get it.
So like they say, you need a village to raise a kid, right?
Yes.
So yeah, I need a village and I'm by myself, but I love my kid.
Well, excuse me. Excuse me. What
No
about
worries.
what about your child's father's family?
Yeah, he's not here too. They're not. It's just me and him, and he has like his uncles, but uncles, yeah. I rather mother, grandma, or auntie. Yeah.
Okay.
And somebody say, why get pregnant? Like I said, I always want to have a kid. That's why I say one kid. Like I didn't know what is motherhood. Somebody just asked why get pregnant. I always wanted a kid, always, but I didn't know how motherhood is. If that makes sense. I don't know. Maybe I'm not like explaining well in English.
What did you think motherhood was?
I didn't know it was like like I said, motherhood. If I had like my family, it would be easy.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can put your responsibility onto other people. You sound like a person who only cares about the image, right? I think that's what you do with relationship. You only care about the image. You're saying I want to travel. If I want to cook, I could cook. If I don't want to do that, it's like you only care about yourself, right? You only care about the fun. You only care about yourself. You only care about the image. She's not. I don't. She sounds selfish, in my opinion.
Some people maybe they don't understand. Some people they do. I'm just here by myself. And my father of my child, he works out of town. He comes in like maybe twice in 1 month or 2 months. So I'm here, and if I want to like go out with my friends, I have to look for a babysit. If I want to go travel, I have to take my baby with me. If you like to be home, you don't like to travel, yeah, for sure, make many baby you want.
You see, wants to have fun with her friends, want to travel. You're right. You weren't fit for a mother. You just like the image, right? You just like the sound of it, the idea of it. I think the same way with the relationship. Honestly, women like this, no wonder, right? No wonder women like this go for toxic men, go for thugs, go for pookies, because honestly, women like this know those type of relationships do not work. They do not work long term. So women like this go for those types of relationships, so they don't have to worry about commitment. They don't have to worry about being someone that is responsible in a relationship. They don't have to put that effort into a relationship.
But I like to travel. I like to go eat. I'm a homebody too. Trust me. People don't understand. They understand. People don't understand. I'm sorry. Maybe you understand one time. I don't know how to explain
Okay,
that.
we'll leave it at that. We'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
What's the age range you want to date?
So I always say like it's always about age is just a number. It's just like about how you think, and so I can say 33 and above. So if you
33
think
and
like a
above.
kid, I don't want you. If you think like a grown person, yes, I do.
33 and above?
Yes.
Okay, 33 and above. All right, let's do it. Woo! I'm looking at we got more. Okay, 33 and above. Here we go. So we got Bella, Canada, 36, oil.
Exactly, Ivan. She's not a motherly type. And with that, I also think she's not a relationship type. I don't think she's a relationship type person. I really don't. I think women like, to be honest, I think a lot of women, particularly modern day women, they're better suited just being alone, right? They're better suited with the casual relationships that are going on, the situationships, right? I think a lot of women are better suited for situationships, in my opinion. Particularly Western women, I think they're better suited for situationships.
And gas safety fields. A mom to a 16-month-old, and she's in Canada. Are you on the Kendra G singles dating? 33 and above. Here we go. So we got Bella, Canada, 36, oils and gas
36.
safety fields. A mom to a 16-month-old, and she's in Canada. Are you on?
Yeah, these are the type. This is why these are the type of women I've said before. You're better off single, right? Just stay single. Just sadly, right? This is why I said stay single and childless. Because honestly, women like this aren't really fit to be in a relationship. Definitely not fit to be a mother. They're not. They're better off just be single, have fun, do situationships, right? Have casual relationships, casual sex with men, and just live that kind of life. A lot of women are, particularly modern day women, I think you're built for that, right? A lot of modern day women are built for that. This is why I promote men to like get a passport. Get a passport. Because if you are a man that's built for a family, built for commitment, built for a relationship, built for something more stable, get a passport. Find women outside of the country, because Western women that has been poisoned by feminism, poisoned by modern ideology, those women are better suited to be single and childless. They're not fit to be mothers. They're not. They can't handle it. They don't like the responsibility. Same with relationships. They can't handle relationships. They don't like the responsibility. So yeah, I wouldn't recommend, or I wouldn't agree to these women actually going for relationships and actually being mothers. Yeah. What do you guys think? All right, guys. I don't know. Are you checking another channel? I have 2 channels, right? I'm streaming on 2 channels. I'm streaming on 2 channels plus a Twitch plus Kick, right? So I'm trying to stream all over the place. So, you know, I'm trying to spread the reach. Spread the reach. All right, guys. All right. That's it for tonight. All right. I hope you guys liked the videos. I hope it was good. I hope it was fun. You guys are amazing, right? I love you guys. Laughing Man, I love you, my brother, right? Thank you for all the support. Big Bars, thank you for stopping by tonight. Ivan, love you. Alvi, thank you for spending the time with me. I love it. I love that you were chatting with me. I love it. My brother. BW, thank you for stopping by. Red Door was here. Thank you. Busta, thank you for stopping by early on. Jay was here. Who else? Anyone else? I think that's it. Spacious was here early on. Spacious. Arc Knight was here. Gear Fried. You guys are amazing, right? Thank you for all the love. Thank you for all the support, right? Please check out my other videos. Please, check out my other videos, like them, comment on them, help spread the word, right? You guys are amazing, right? I love you guys. My brothers, see you guys later.